fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Washington football team and the Chicago Bears. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll start with a quick throw complete out to the right. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They go play action. Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. And he's got a man here. Complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And some space here. And all the way down to the 26. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, if you bring your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
2nd and 2.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run. This is Cohen. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Robinson there to make the grab. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Washington 0. Randy Bullock.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Here's Kareth White on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Man, everybody on my draft board gone. Fuck, these niggas took me.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
The tackle made.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, it's Gibson, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That second down play nets a -4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Looking to throw on second down. Abraham. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Complete.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. They'll try the left side. Gibson, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The kicker.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
I gotta mute my boy, man.
Yeah,
That nigga Z.
That go into a game for an offensive line. Because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks get their big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
I don't even know how you do it. How you do that shit?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And Trubisky's going to keep it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Lining up for the point.
Partner, wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and so when these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Gibson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by Jordan Willis.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. And this one is incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. 3rd down here.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Here's Trubisky to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. picked by Kendall Fuller.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
On first down, it's Gibson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. Gibson, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Eddie Jackson brought him down. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. To throw on 3rd down, Abraham. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On first down, Trubisky. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, Trubisky. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They go play action with Trubisky. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. This is caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
first and goal.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll try the left side. Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, Abraham. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Formation for Washington.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bears take over.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. 7 yards to pick up there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the 24, Trubisky rolling to his right. He's got the first down inside the 10. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears have broken the tie.
Y'all niggas sleep?
He's giving him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. From way up at the 23. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 70 yards. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28.
28 all.
So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
34's the mic. He's coming. Check him.
Throwing here, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 2nd down, Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
First down, a run with Cohen. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Cohen, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 45 on second down, Trubisky. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
Brings up third.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check, box it. Check, box it. He's moving. He's moving, boys. He's moving. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Under, alert, 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 alert. Move, move.
Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Abraham. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Possession goes over here on the punt.
You see what I said, you? That's what that girl said, you.
1st and 10.
Yeah, well, then what am I supposed to say to that? I mean, I don't even know what to say. You retarded.
His offense ready to go
Yeah,
for
I mean,
that
I
next
can
drive.
see my...
Excellent job by their
I wish
defense.
Christina would send me something like that. I mean, what else to say?
And he's going to get forward for about 5.
All this shit, the Kenny gotta stop.
What say you, Mr.
Anyway, I guess I tell a girl that, I don't know. I mean, what is, I mean, I guess you can get that off the internet every day of the week. I don't know what the look, she texted me, she just texted me. She just texted me, Rakeem. What's he saying? I wanted to really surprise you with that.
Flushed out right.
Yeah.
And his
What's
throw
wrong with
is
him?
incomplete. Darnell
Anyway, she said I haven't been eating or I haven't had
down.
enforcement stuff to eat since my grandma died. And sure, our grandma just passed us today.
Would come open downfield.
The family is sad. I just received her funeral arrangements.
Come up after the incompletion for second down.
I don't know what to say. What you over there doing, playing the game?
No, I just got the phone still not too long.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for calling me for Valentine's Day.
Well, I talked to you, didn't
You ain't called me on Valentine's Day. I thought I was your one of your
I? I dropped that wine off on you, didn't it?
Thank you, baby. I got the best son in the world. I don't know what to say about that child. You talked to your brother?
Yeah, I talked to him.
I talked to Kenny now. I think he called me on Valentine's Day. Yes, he sure did.
Yeah, I talked to him.
But he called me.
Third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far.
When you talk to Kenny there?
Yeah.
You off today?
Yeah, I was off today.
Now it's Trubisky.
Today was a holiday, right? I gotta work tomorrow, but
He will go down. Jonathan Allen,
yeah.
former first-round pick, getting in there.
I gotta work in building 10. I don't even know where that's at.
Have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You know where that's at?
Offensive line out. They're going
Oh,
to
I don't
protect
know
you
what
as
that
best they can. And if you're getting
You
3
need
or 5
direction.
seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really
I don't
nice
have a
job.
clue, so I'm gonna ask the boy to
Give up a
I
sack.
don't know what no
You're
center
really
is.
almost discrediting their work.
I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I gotta work there till
Just out
3:30.
of 31 following the run back.
What time you get off?
Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
3. Then I gotta do something for an hour and come back.
You come see me. Come see me for 30 minutes. Gotta, if you want to, because I'll be there till 3:30.
Out there set ready for this next drive.
Go to 10.
I don't know what I
And a
said.
tight game after
I don't know either. I'll figure it out. We'll talk sometime tomorrow. You want to see Mr. Floyd? His name is Floyd.
Yeah.
The game this close,
Mm.
you gotta feel there's a sense of urgency for
Make
them
sure
to
you
go on offense,
want to know
What
about
they have to do
this
is
article. I mean,
without
this
letting
article,
panic
the
creep in
general
in
discharge
offensive play.
stuff.
The run got 4.
Gotta get some
Now
of
deal with a 2nd and 6.
I wish you would write stuff down, though, Ricky.
I'll bring a notebook to write stuff down with.
It's Gibson.
Promise.
He'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
You got one. Where's
6
one
yards
at?
to pick up
I
and
got
a
one.
first
Got
down.
one
That's the
book
way to
bag.
do it. Hand it to
You got one
somebody
in your
with
book
vision
bag.
Yeah.
and good footwork.
People take it serious when you start writing stuff there and not wasting your time.
Yeah.
Write stuff down and try to figure stuff out.
They'll run first down.
When they gonna send the
He'll
records
get
to?
it inside the 40 to the 39.
My house.
Ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Decided to hand it
All
off.
right, well, I
that
gotta
time on
go
the
dry
run
my
pass
clothes.
option.
I
Appeared
watched.
to be
I
an
got
easy
my
decision. Just gave
I
it
gotta
inside.
grab my
Nice
clothes.
steady gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and
Get ready
5.
for tomorrow. I got full time back at the pavilion, so I'm gonna have some benefits. I gotta try the medicine one more time. I gotta stay there
Getting
and keep
down to the
my
good
benefits
stuff.
until
All
I can.
tied with 2 minutes remaining.
Until I
on
can.
EA
I
Sports.
mean, I like pavilion. It's alright. I just don't like the.
So it's Washington with the football here.
It felt good when we get off at
And let's see what they've come up with
the
offensively.
VA.
Having time to
Just get home in
talk
10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. I wish I could work in the big. I used to work there.
to throw on second
And
down.
not like coming home to eat.
Abraham
Don't work.
buying time to
Yeah,
his
all
left.
that working at night. That's the only thing I am
Guys
doing
man on
for
the
the guys
crossing
all the
route.
time.
And oh, he coughed it
I
up.
can't
And this
do
is
it.
picked up by the Bears. And a big
Anyway, I gotta
turnover
go
there
try my
as his
I
guys
didn't
will
want
get
to
the football
bring up
back.
what's-
It's
I
not
don't
often
know
that we
how
see
to
big
start
plays
early.
end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it
Something,
right there.
right?
They
Don't
had
eat on
something
clock.
really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal
I see
line?
them
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out of him, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event,
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Throwing now is Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a first and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your catch.
28, a minute and 30-something seconds.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2
Yeah, I
yards
just picked
on
him
that one.
off.
Second and goal now.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
You must not like me, huh?
This is a big play in this wild card matchup. Face your third and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final step if they're going to get out of here.
Do you feel better? Huh? You feel better? You do.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock, a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 8-yard line.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
Game over here. Huh?
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the
Yeah.
well, they just got past
Then he got the ball back with 40-some seconds left, but he just threw a pick. You know that little shot play I run where one dude go to a deep post, one dude run up the seam, a dude underneath, and all that shit. Out of the bunch, yeah, he tried to run that play and threw a pick.